Oj!
We're a couple working to turn our dream of a freer, more self-sufficient life close to nature into reality. On a small plot of land in the deep forests of western Sweden, we're building a simple homestead from the ground up, hoping to soon grow and forage much of our own food.
At first glance it's hard to tell, but roughly a third of our land was once a small homestead, surrounded by forest pastures. According to old maps and stories from the previous owners, people have lived here for at least 200 years, likely even longer. But with each passing year, the forest slowly reclaims more of what remains. Since our land is home to plenty of moose and deer, one of our first steps was to fence in the small, rapidly overgrown yard of the main cabin, one of the few areas not yet reclaimed by spruce, pine and aspen.
Living in an RV means we don't have much space for starting seedlings. So we had to get creative and focus on finding seeds hardy enough to survive a Swedish spring in the forest.
Our soil is heavy and rich in clay, and without a road, hauling manure or compost through the forest isn't something we can do in large amounts. So once again, we had to work with what we had.
The previous fall, I dug my first beds and covered them with grass and aspen leaves, hoping to loosen and improve the soil over time. In spring, I direct sowed potatoes, hardy beans and some seeds. Our first year's harvest was far from impressive, but surprisingly, most things did produce something, which, as a first-time gardener, I was very happy and grateful for. One exception was the asparagus. I really think it should have been started indoors. I strongly suspect the birds happily snacked on the seeds. But I already have plans to try again next year, now that we have put up the awning on the RV, which can double as a small greenhouse in early spring.
Har vi det? Visa.
Fina. Var lite större.
Kolla här är.
Ja, lite.
Ja.
Ska vi ha den här emellan?
Ja.
Nu finner den här.
Ja, ja. Här har vi potatis.
Ja. Kolla.
Vad coola de här lila så här.
Ja, det är de ju. De lila har varit mer senutvecklade. Man ser att de blir mindre också.
Ja, just det.
Oj!
Oj!
Jag fick ett huvud.
Filma den i närbild tycker jag. Ja men seriöst, kolla. Helt enorm.
Det är som en liten orm ju.
Ja!
Oj, vad tjock.
Ja, cool.
Ja, jättehäftigt. Nu får du släppa tillbaka.
Jajamän. We honestly thought the potatoes would do better. They're famous for growing just about anywhere, but I think the heavy clay soil took its toll. The plants probably would have preferred looser ground where the tubers could grow larger.
Ska vi bara vänta på den i ugnen?
Jättegod.
I have big plans for this little patch of land, and even this fall I've already done quite a bit of planting. A mostly perennial garden is a long-held dream of mine, and this fall I planted a variety of berry bushes, spring bulbs, perennial onions, and even a few fruit trees. This lovely walking onion came from my friend Tore's mother, who's such a skilled gardener and a great inspiration. They're really hard to come by here in regular stores, and for me they're something of a dream plant.
The horseradish, on the other hand, was just a grocery store root, and it's taken off almost alarmingly well, simply plopped into the soil. We already have a collection of seeds ready for spring, which entails everything from rhubarb to perennial kale. Some are already in the process of stratifying in the RV's awning over the winter.
We'll of course keep documenting our journey towards food self-sufficiency.
We hope you're having a great fall so far, and as always, thank you so much for following us along on these adventures. See you soon.